Hello, and welcome back to more Warhammer 2. There will probably be background noises and or bangs or other things like that during this video because there's some baking going on. Don't worry about that. Anyway, there was... oh, do you want peace or something? Haha, he's actually still stronger than me. I don't know if we determined that last time, but he is also at war with everybody, so... what is he doing? Besides existing. There was a hotfix pushed out at some point, I don't know exactly when. It was after I started playing, so it's at least that. There was a hotfix pushed out for the Chaos Invasion. To fix the spawns for the Chaos Invasion in the Old World, which is where we are. Because what it did in Warhammer 1 is it essentially just spawned increasingly larger waves of Chaos units in the north that would attack things as they moved south, more or less. And then when Mortal Empires came about, it, for some reason, used a similar script to the Chaos units that spawn during the Vortex campaign. So they'll spawn and then they attack the player. So the Warherd is dead. Which has the side effect of causing them to march basically from where they spawn over here to wherever the player is and destroy their stuff without really doing anything to anyone else along the way. Did you move your army back, or was that one already there? Or did you move it somewhere else? So there's an army there, two there, a small one. It looks like all his army's there. He must have moved it back from up here. I wasn't paying attention. That's not really what I want you to be doing. Welcome. Can I change your war target?
How may the High King serve thee?
Change your war target to this. See if he does anything. That cleared it. I didn't mean to clear it. There's no guarantee he'll actually do anything when you set war targets, but, you know, better than nothing. You were going to get in his army. He is recruiting for several more turns. You cannot get in his army because his army is full. Right. This guy has so much siege equipment. Well, since his army's full, I guess we're not putting you in it. What about you? Are you full? Yes, you are. This is the only two armies I have over here because I only have 3. We could support a 4th one. But I think I'd rather have the treasury for now. You know what? You have nothing better to do, my friend. Just make your way over here and do something. I don't know, I don't care. I would rather have the income. This army's so janky because of the special units in it. It's fine. So that we can upgrade buildings and such as need be. For instance, we could build something here. I don't quite remember what we were going to build, if anything. So I'm going to assume nothing. Build this. Don't really need to. I could build this. Don't really need to. I could upgrade this. That is Stone Mine Tower. That's over there. Not really threatened, so I'm not too worried about putting walls on it. This place exists and will exist for eternity. Oh yeah, we need to do that too at some point. I forgot. Oh, we were going to do that after we finished recruiting his army, weren't we? You may as well encamp, right? Yeah, so it gets reinforces. That's how that word works. So 2 turns. I think you guys take far more than 2 turns to replenish. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Right. 3 turns, 3 turns, 5 turns. Probably good enough. When he's done recruiting, we'll go do that. Maybe? Or should we finish this fight and then do that? Because that'll weaken this army. Potentially heavily weaken that army, but I don't think it'll be that bad. But maybe we should try to finish off this war before doing that. 3 battles against the undead. Well, We're going to do that eventually, don't worry. What, can I give a war goal to the Empire, actually? I don't think I will need to, but... Really? That's what... Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Okay, so he should probably retreat, or he'll just die, I guess. We will get sieged. To be expected. What did you just try to do to me? He tried to do something. He ran up to me.
Step forth, true friend of the Angrund clan.
What do you want? And what is this? Defensive alliance? I mean, you seem friendly with everyone up there, more or less. Except for the people you're at war with. But details. The only dwarf factions that are strong are me and the dwarves, curiously enough. Everyone else is pretty weak. I guess that's to be expected. He has one province, this dude has two. I think it's the only dwarven provinces. Who is this? Oh, it's you. Osland. You're at war with this dude. Also generally dislike everybody near you, more or less, except for this guy. And me. That won't last very long. Who are you? Oh, it's dwarves. Carrick Herd are suffering intense attrition for some reason. Oh, because it's undead territory. It doesn't matter that it's not vampiric. Okay. It's a bit garbage. So they're going to attack that next turn and presumably take it. It has 0 garrison size. I forgot about you, actually. Could upgrade you to make more money. Don't mind if I do. None of this stuff will upgrade. Yeah. So we're under siege. He is not within reinforcement range of his other army. He's got quite a lot of graveguard. This displeases me. Let's see, what is this? A mortis engine. Well, that's actually kind of scary. I will show you a mortis engine. It's basically a single unit chariot, but it's a magical chariot that has an aura around it, as you can see there. It has, well, potentially a multitude of auras around it. It's very annoying to deal with if you don't kill it quickly. Causes terror, magical aura, mass regeneration is the bad one. Magic harvester, don't really care too much about that part, but I mean, we have 9 garrison plus our actual army here, so... Oh, he is in reinforcement range. We're gonna auto this. The garrison's not happy, but... We took basically no damage. Holy crap. We lost 158, and I think almost all of those were garrison. That's pretty good. We also got a banner. Attribute causes fear, attribute causes terror. I could give those to the hammerers and let them go wild. Since they destroy armor with every swing, that would actually be comical. Anyway. Let's take the treasury. Penalty on replenishment, but... You guys aren't even replenishing now, are you? No. 18 turns. Minus 50% casualties suffered from Vampire Count's territory. That's actually really good. Good God. That's powerful. So let's kill this dude. Just actually remove him. I'll take a penalty again. Not that it matters. Would you look at that? There's a thing there. The Battle of Averheim, turn 101. 1,869 casualties. There's another one over here. 1,529 casualties. Now, these are not within Vampire Count territory. So, Vampire Counts are not getting a bonus to their recruitment, because that's how those work. I'll probably play them at some point. Oh, that's showing my war target. I was like, why is that glowing? If battles happen in their territory, particularly really large battles happen in their territory, they get a bonus to their raise dead recruitment capability, which makes it very powerful. It's 14 here, but there's 9 in the castle. I'm sorry, what? 19 here, that sounds about right. This is the vampire capital, basically. These 2 castles in specific, but this one is the primary one. So, you're garrisoned. You're going to attempt to assassinate. You have done so, critically in fact, and killed him. I think that's just going to be his job now, is wandering around assaulting people. So this should fall this turn. This army is going to have to deal with this army, which is a scary army. It suffered attrition at some point. Or fought something, I guess. Hello? The hell? What? So is that where his army went? Was it up here somewhere and I didn't notice it? I don't know. Continue doing that so I can get rid of this vampirism around here. What's that? Buildings and commandments. Why? Oh, the moot is part of it, right. The Empire has no military power. So Carrick-Herne has taken nothing. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. Assault garrison. Rude. Now, when we fight the vampires, we need to move relatively quickly to take armies down and take territory, because they can recruit their armies back very quickly. A military alliance. He's going to call me into war with them if I do that. I don't really want to deal with that. Non-aggression pact? Like... no. Because I want that territory at some point, and I don't think I can confederate him. What do you want? Join war against the Silver Host, which is down here. The dwarves have apparently been rather busy down here. And that's a different dwarf, isn't it? Yeah. No, that's not even dwarves, is it? That's the last defenders. Is that dwarves? No. That's a lizardman, isn't it? I think it is. We'll agree to join this war. It's not going to change anything at all because I'm not going to actually do anything down there. The thing most at risk is Carrick 8 Peaks, and it's buried way back there. They only have 2 territories that should be easily takeable. If they have an army over here, which they may not. Grudge issued. Assassinate someone. I mean, I just did. Ally mobilizes. Our ally intends to attack the settlement of Carrick Dromar, but so they have actually moved an army out. We apparently settled that grudge. Neato. There was another army over here, wasn't there? There's another lord over here somewhere. Maybe he went up that way, I don't know. You, my friend, a true king, as you are known. I think those provinces will be the last ones we take. So we'll go for Castle what's its name over here, I guess. So we'll park ourselves right next to it.
Very well. I will do as
You suffer attrition over there. But why?
I'm gone.
You suffer attrition there as well.
I'm going.
But not there.
True king of 8 Peaks.
I think that's the closest. There's the army. The closest he can get without suffering attrition, so that's the best we can do.
For a reckoning.
This has a garrison of 7 and a lot of scary things. There's 2 corpse cards. And a lot of mass regeneration. I dislike this image.
Onwards.
Oops. It's not the way I meant to move him, if you're curious, so I guess we're gonna have to do garbage assault units. Sucks, but you know. So what would be the balance of power here if I decided to fight this?
Fight! Bring them!
Even. 5 turns to
Bring!
start, 6 turns to start taking attrition damage, or to take attrition damage. Meanwhile, he should be recruiting. I'm glad he got a special unit of zombies in that army of all things. So that's taken, that's fallen. I would like this province. However, it seems extremely likely that he will take it. Because he's right next to it. The reason I want it is because it's, you know, it would give me this whole thing here. You appear to have grown quite strong in relation to the Skaven, but you have not touched the capital. There's probably a reason for this, because it's full of storm vermin. That's probably why. Alright, well, you know. Is there anything specific I want to build, or do I want to continue hoarding money? You know what? We're dwarves. Let's make some more beer. There's 8 peaks. What's up here? Forgot where Carrick 8 Peaks was for a brief moment. Seems a bit silly. He does have an army down there. Only the one, though. Don't know what's in there. Alright. Population surplus. Hooray! I wish I could move the camera when turns were passing. Like, manually move it. I knew he was going to do this. And there's no way we can take that rather suddenly, so... We're not taking attrition, and he will fight, and we cannot flee from this. So, we're gonna have to take this fight. So I don't believe he has this. And that. He has 3 chariots, right? Or is it just those 2, and the other army had chariots or something? I guess it's just those 2. So the reinforcement army is garbage. The main army is the thing. It's got a lot of graveguard, and those chariots need to die as quickly as possible. Mostly that one, because mass regeneration. Direwolves are anti-large. We don't have any large, so... kind of irrelevant. I mean, we're dwarves. Anti-large does literally nothing against dwarves, because they are the complete antithesis of large. Is it antithesis? Or is it a different word? I think it's antithesis. Whatever. We'll go with that. Trying to use fancy words so I don't sound quite so stupid. As I normally do. The game's load times seem to have slowed down dramatically again. I wonder why this is. Like, they were super fast when we just started recording, but they appear to have slowed down tremendously. I also wish I could stop saying my S's quite so sharply. But unfortunately, that is just how I say them. And microphones tend to pick that up. Unfortunately. So his reinforcements are over there anyway. He is attacking me, so... we're going to just set this to missile front. Not quite that way, but... and we're going to go pretty far back, because we get a height advantage back here. We're going to put our artillery slightly further back. And then figure out where stuff is. So that is my... Rangers, Quarrelers, Thunders. So there's the Iron Drakes. Quarrelers, Thunders. Slayers over there, Special Miners. I've got just a mix of everything, so it's going to be pretty hard to do anything. So there's Longbeards. You can see they actually have a leadership aura effect on them. Dwarves have extraordinarily good leadership because of the fact that so many of their units get leadership auras late game. So I think this is just how we're going to park it, more or less. Ooh, which army is this? It's Mr. Holdfast. His name's Holdfast, but you know. So we wait. So he started his army way in the back so he could pick up the reinforcements quickly, which makes sense. He's going to cast magic on his dudes. They're also going to continuously get mass regeneration from this chariot. Where is the chariot? Is it this one? No, it's this one. So this is the source of mass regeneration, I believe. It's got 2 units of shot cavalry, which I think only this one is going to be a big deal. I mean, they're both going to be annoying, but you know. Zombies are worthless, by the way. They have, I think, the worst stats in the game, but they're extraordinarily cheap, and their entire purpose is just be a meat shield. So soon they should come into range of our catapults, and they'll start shooting. And the more of these skeleton warriors and graveguard that we can wear down before they get to us, the better, because that'll simplify our situation a lot. I wish the AI didn't have the ability to dodge catapults like that. It's very annoying. Okay, so all catapults. I want you to focus that, and I'm going to tell you to stop and fire at will. Because that's just going to reprioritize what they're shooting at. Automatically, whenever they stop moving from the target priority. That's an interesting little shuffle they did, but that's okay. My frame rate is remarkably low right now. Like, good heavens, is it remarkably low. So hold on one moment. Alrighty, I'm back. I actually can't figure out what's causing the game to run so poorly right now. It is not straining my computer to the point of breaking, but it just seems to be running horrifically slowly right now. So I guess we get to watch what is going to effectively be a very fast slideshow of combat here. So the cavalry's coming in. They're gonna swing around the side. I don't have anything that's particularly great against cavalry. I don't have any spearmen because we're dwarves, so. Unfortunate side effect. There's the chariot. What is this? Potion of toughness. You don't have any rally or anything like that. So they're probably going to actually try to come around and charge my artillery, which obviously I don't want. Logically speaking, that's generally what you want to avoid. Oh, he's stopped. Is it because I've adjusted my dudes? Possibly. Let's move my thunders a little bit. So my archers are getting into action. He has essentially no ranged capability. Looks like he's gonna charge. No? Oh, he's moving again. Probably shouldn't have moved them quite so far back and had them shooting sooner, but my hidden units are revealed. I forgot rangers were hidden units. I mean, it does make sense, to be fair. So let's drop this down to half speed. Does the frame rate? No, the frame rate doesn't even go up when I zoom way down into the grass, so I don't know what's happening. Either way, it's not particularly happy, so. Have all of my dudes fall back. You guys are going to scramble because stuff is getting close to you. That's fine. All right, so pause it. All of my ranged units are going to turn off skirmish. And you're going to park your butts right about there. Iron Drakes, you guys are actually going to park yourselves a little bit closer. So we're going to get charged. Our own catapults are going to shoot very, very close to us. There's zombies over there. That's okay. Still trying to keep an eye on these cavalry here. It looks like they may actually just go way around the back and charge my artillery. Which is not something I want, so you guys are actually going to preemptively start moving that way, and then I'll just adjust if I need to. So you guys shouldn't be shooting, right? No, you're just kind of chilling. Yeah, look. Oh, nope. He's adjusted. You know what? Charge him. See if we can catch some of his units, which will cause him to stop running around quite as much. So the Iron Drakes will not fire because their line of sight's messed up. That's fine. Probably should have thought about that. But that's okay. Let's adjust them backwards a little bit further. Oh, it looks like they're actually stuck in combat up there. Some of their units may be in combat. Hello. You appear to have pierced through my front line a bit. These guys are quarrelers, though, so have fun with that, I guess. So the zombies are going down. The chariots are still way in the back, so I can't really do anything about those, unfortunately. You guys will break, you guys will not break. You will eventually. They will not win a fight against these dudes in melee combat. That's just how that works. Okay. What? Oh, that's why. What are you guys doing? I don't really know. Stuff is happening. My units are moving in rather strange ways. Their commander has just walked into my units, so... If possible, I would like you guys to shoot flames at them. Actually, can you shoot flames over there? Because that'd kill a lot of people. Is that skeleton warriors versus dwarf warriors? They'll be okay. I mean, we may as well help them out. 65 versus 21, they could probably use the help. Just you guys sideways. The front line not looking particularly happy. Can you guys shoot at all? No. They don't have a good sight line on it. Expected. You guys are freaking out. You guys are very strange formation. That's okay though. Are you guys going to shoot? You are shooting. Okay. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Look at that destruction that just wrought over there. That's pretty good. I want you guys to be shooting, but I can't really get you into a position where you guys would be shooting. Wow, you're being horribly murdered. Like, holy crap, that damage. So there is cavalry back here. Unfortunately, I thought they were actually a little bit more broken than that, but apparently they still have a few numbers, 11 in fact. Should be okay. You guys have shot the remainder of your ammo, so get in there. You guys will break eventually. Oh hey, it's a chariot. Oh, they're shooting. They shot somewhere. I don't know what they shot at, but they shot. Again, I really don't want that chariot on my dudes. But, there's a chariot on my dudes. I sent the quarrelers back here because they're quarrelers. They should be okay in combat. In melee, anyway. He still has units back there. You guys will break. Where's the other chariot? Is it in here? There it is. Unfortunately, that's the one that causes regeneration. So my catapults are getting all sorts of flustered because of stuff. They'll come back eventually. Pick up your shit. I think they're still capable of firing. I don't know what damage they're doing to my own units, but they're still capable of firing. I wanted you guys to shoot ranged at them, but not you. But I guess if you wanted to just run into melee range and beat them, I guess. I don't know what kind of capability these guys have in melee. I want you guys to park your butts over there and preferably use some sort of ranged capability. How are we doing? We're actually gonna lose these units. But they're surprisingly sturdy. I suppose they are dwarves, but you know. You guys just exist. You guys, charge. You guys are fighting. There's 10 still left in there. They're surprisingly sturdy. What is this recreational angle you guys are at? So they should fire. They're not currently firing. They were still actually getting into range. Or getting into position. And they're still not firing. Possibly because I charged these dudes in. Which seems a bit counterintuitive, so let's back them up real quick. There we go, now they're shooting. Okay. And then we'll charge in. We're gonna hit our own dudes occasionally doing stuff like this, but the damage output is worth it. You guys will be okay. I don't know if you're shooting. You are shooting. It's so hard to tell that these dudes are shooting. They're supposed to be freaking flamethrowers, essentially. But they seem to shoot actual rounds through there instead of more of a flame style thing. But that's okay. It just completely killed that unit that was there. Forgot about you guys. This melee. Who is this? The Ghoul King. And you've killed the chariot. The other chariot died at some point. This dude's dead. That army has died. I forgot that his army actually does that. So his army is completely gone because they disintegrated.